All right. So now I've got another piece of fully processed brass. Now we're going to go through the steps of size decap. Then this is your powder through die. So we're gonna prime it over here as well. And then we're gonna put powder in it. We're gonna seat the bullet and we're gonna crimp it. So again, get a little bit of lube. And put it on the body of the case. And go ahead and slide it into station 1. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and run it through. Now that's been sized and decapped. Go ahead and take your thumb, push this little spring out of the way so that you can pull the case out. Go ahead and wipe the case down. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get a primer. And this little primer pocket over here, if you push the handle forward, you're going to see a rod come up, and that's what's going to push the primer into the primer pocket of the case. So we'll go ahead and get a new primer here. We'll set it down on here. Make sure that it's anvil side up. And then just take your finger and you can just kind of slide it into place till it drops down into that hole. We'll go ahead and take your case and slide it back in. And all you have to do is take the handle and push it forward. And it's primed. Now I used a spent primer for this, but you'll have a new primer to put into it. So that's all there is for size, decap, and prime. Now go ahead and advance it to station 2. Now we're going to put powder in it. So if you look at your paper, you're going to see that we're using IMR 4198, and we need 18.8 grains of powder. Go ahead and put the lube away. Alright, so we're going to take our trickler. We're going to grab our scale. We're going to grab powder. Go ahead and pour some powder in here. You can go ahead and fill it up most of the way. Then go ahead and spin. Now they call this a trickler for a reason, because it trickles out very slow. So one little trick is you can actually plug this with the end of your finger. Kind of shake it and it'll fill that tube up a little bit with powder. I actually had a little fall out. Alright, so now we want to go ahead and turn the scale on. You want to make sure that you have this little thing on there. When you turn it on, it's going to zero it out with that on it. So again, we're looking for 18.8 grains, so we'll just... Alright, so now we need to be at 18.8. We're at 18, 2, 3, 4. 18.5, 18.6, 18.7, 18.8. All right, so we'll go ahead and run the case all the way up. Grab our funnel, set our funnel on there, and we can take our powder and you can pour it in. Being that this is a stick powder, you want to pour it a little slow just to make sure that they don't get crossed up in there and create a bridge and get backed up, and then it doesn't drop it all down into your case. So go ahead and take the funnel off, and then you can run the handle down, and now your case has powder in it. So next, we'll go ahead and advance it. Make sure you grab this pin and put it back in. These pins is what keeps everything lined up so that it goes up in the die correctly. So now we can go ahead and grab the bullet. And set the bullet on there. Again, you just want to hold it and guide it up into the die. Once it's up in there, you can let your fingers get out of the way. You go ahead and push it all the way down. Go ahead and advance it final time. Run it down, eject it, and then you can take a look again, and you'll see that bright little ring around the top of it showing that it's crimped. And that's all there is to it.